Right. Ruchit Jain, equity technical analyst at Angel Broking, is also now joining us. Ruchit, good afternoon. First, a view on the market. What do you make as far as Nifty is concerned? 60 points higher ahead of a big event. Shows that it's a bull market and people are not scared.
Good afternoon, Pankaj. Pankaj, overall the trend for the markets resolutely remains up. We have not seen any kind of corrective move in the last 7-8 trading sessions ahead of this Brexit event. Well, in fact, in yesterday's trading session, when markets corrected around its support of 8150, the Nifty corrected only up to that support level, and again it has resumed its uptrend. So, unless we see any weakness in the index itself, I don't think one should be bearish on the markets right now. On the high side, we are closely watching the next resistance, which was the October 2015 high of 8336 in Nifty and somewhere around 18,015 Bank Nifty. So I think one should continue with the long positions at current levels. There is no reason to go short at current levels, or there is no reversal pattern being formed in the index right now. Keep stop loss of 8150 on the index and continue on the long side.
Right. How would you go ahead and look at something like a Tata Motor, which is very strong ahead of such a big event? It's a big event for Tata Motors. How would you look at that name?
Well, Pankaj, last 3-4 months when Tata Motors have risen from 280 to right now 480, this is clearly an impulsive 5-wave up move. So according to Elliott terms, definitely the stock is now trading in wave 5, which is the last leg of this up move. So I think the momentum is positive. I wouldn't advise to go long at current levels because the risk ratio and reward for going fresh long at current levels won't be in favor right now. Definitely, when I'm saying that it's an impulsive up move, the trend for the stock is up, and any declines should be used as a buying opportunity in this stock. If this momentum continues along with the markets now, the stock has potential to go up to 508, 506 levels where the next resistance is placed. So those who are already holding the long position, they should continue to hold the long. Keep a stop loss, keeping a stop loss below 463 levels and expecting a target of 506 to 508 levels.
Right. As far as Tata Steel is concerned, it could be a big event for Tata Steel as well.
Yeah, but Tata Steel, if we see that the stock now is in a consolidation phase, I think it's been last 1 month when the stock has consolidated in the range of 345 to 320. It has not given any directional momentum, so I think one should go light on this stock. I don't think that there would be any big movement coming in spite of this after this event also. Unless the stock again crosses 345 now, one should wait for some kind of declines. If the stock comes around 310 in near future, those would be ideal levels to go long in this stock again.
Right. Subra, any view on Tata Steel?
Well, Tata Steel again, the same camp as Tata Motor in the sense that the apprehension is always there in terms of what could happen after post the Brexit, positive or negative. So obviously we are also seeing the pricing according done. We are having a huge concentration of put buying at lower levels. But my sense is that the near-term upside probably is capped, and it's already given a very decent rise from levels of 220 to 330. So I think this could be in some sort of a consolidation before some sort of news flow, probably from the UK front in terms of sale of assets, etc., which if comes out and it relieves the company of this huge debt burden, I think that will be the next huge trigger. And of course, the domestic operations are definitely now looking much more better than what they used to earlier. So obviously, that will also be a huge trigger. But broadly, price-wise, I think we should be in some sort of a band of this 300 to 350 before the next upmove, which in all probability will be on the upside.
Right. Subra, just stay on with us. Ruchit, request you to hang on. We're just coming back to you, about 90 seconds remaining as far as markets are concerned. So an SBI 2% higher, 217, 218. Tata Motors up about 3%, 487. Of course, it will be an important day for Tata Motors. Hindalco is up about 1.4%, 123, 124. ICICI Bank is up about one rupee or so. Axis Bank in the last 1 hour moved quite a bit, so it's up about 8 rupees, and that was one of the key reasons why market held on to these gains. ICICI Bank 1 rupee higher, NTPC down 2%, Tata Power down about 1% or so. ITC 6 rupees higher, so it was down about 1% yesterday, but today recovered the gains. Bank of Baroda was up 2.5%, 152. Sun Pharma up 1.6%, 752, and Yes Bank up about 3% or so. Idea absolutely flat. Zee Entertainment 447. Tata Motors DVR. Actually, Tata Motors DVR today did not move as much as Tata Motors. So maybe it is telling you that there were some shorts in the system and those shorts are getting covered. ONGC really flat, no major change. Infosys up 1%. Power Grid up 0.5%. Coal India absolutely flat. Lupin up 1.6, 1486. L&T up about 1500 rupees, 0.5% higher. HDFC up 0.5% or so, and IndusInd Bank doing well, up 1.2. Bharti Airtel 2 to 3 rupees higher. HCL Tech absolutely flat. GAIL really no change. Tech Mahindra down about 2 rupees. M&M was up 1%, 1,375. Kotak Mahindra Bank was up 1%. That's the closing bell that you can see. 64 points higher for the markets. This is, of course, a provisional number, but I don't think the adjusted number would also be particularly quite high. BPCL up 1%. The top gainer today was Tata Motors, 3% higher. So it's telling you that, ahead of the UK referendum, there is some buying or maybe some short covering that's going on into the market. 9.6 million shares traded. Yes Bank, there's no looking back for the stock since the time the results have announced. 3% higher. Wherever the markets are going, this name is continuously making a better high. Ambuja Cement, 2.9% higher, 250. 10 million shares traded, 7 to 8 rupees higher for Ambuja Cement. Bank of Baroda up about 2.5%, 152, 153 for Bank of Baroda. Dr. Reddy's 2.3% higher, 3,178, 2 lakh shares traded for Dr. Reddy's, but of course there is the ongoing buyback, so that is something which is taking them higher. SBI up 2.3%, 217, 218 for SBI, 20 million shares traded for State Bank of India. HDFC Bank 1.7% higher, 20 rupees higher. No major volumes, but still did well throughout the day today. Axis Bank gained in the end, and probably that's why you're seeing that adjustment which is happening to the price, because the provisional number was 527. Sun Pharma up about 1.6, 1.7 odd percent, and Lupin up close to about 1.6%. ITC did well, 1.5% higher, and Hindalco, there was an upgrade that came in from Deutsche Bank. It was up 1.4%. Bharti Infratel was the top loser, 5% decline, and NTPC was down 1.8, 149, 150. And Cipla was down 1.3. Actually, these were the only 3 meaningful losers. Apart from this, all the losers were below 1%. Ruchit as well as K. Subramaniam are still with us. Ruchit, we were chatting about Bharti Infratel earlier. Can you just tell us what's your view now? 322. Where do you see Bharti Infratel?
Banga, there's a good negative pattern being formed on Bharti Infratel. We have seen that the stock had consolidated in a range and since October 2015, and 348, 350 was a strong support for the stock, where the stock had taken support several times in last 6-7 months. Now this support has been breached, and one thing to notice after this breach of the support is that the volumes have increased. This means that clearly the delivery positions which were there has been have been squared off in this recent down move. I think this stock could correct further on the lower side up to 270 levels. So still about 10 odd percent or more than 10% correction could be seen in the stock. And now what the earlier support which was there around 350 would now become a resistance on any sort of pullback. So one should not do any kind of bottom fishing over here. In fact, any of the long positions should be squared off from the stock, as it has given a breakdown from a longer time consolidation range. So I think another 10% downfall could be seen in this stock from current levels also.
Right. Subra, we were earlier chatting about Bharti Infratel, and you said that one can look for a short-term bounce back. Now that we are listening into Ruchit's view, where he says that another 5-10% downside cannot be ruled out, would you just want to wait for a couple of days, or maybe for the series to end, or towards the end of the series, one should try and buy into this?
Yeah, I think closer to that, closer to the series, probably when we are expecting probably some sort of short covering will emerge. So one cannot really time this out. But it's a clear accumulation candidate, and definitely in terms of a risk reward could offer decent upside to the current levels.
Right, but one should not try to just bottom fish it. If you're seeing a trend which is changing, then only you would recommend to buy.
No, in fact, I would be now itself, but I do some sort of an accumulation rather than do it on one shot.
Can one buy the July futures and just hold it on? Would that be a good strategy?
Probably I would avoid an F&O plane because considering the fact that it's shown this sort of volatility, probably I would avoid an F&O plane this. But in terms of cash, probably which gives you much more leeway and one could do the accumulation. So probably I would do an cash trade here. And once the stock stabilizes, then probably I'll think of an F&O play. Current juncture, probably I will avoid it.
Right. How would you look at Jain Irrigation? 70 rupees, there was an upgrade from Morgan today.
This counter actually flatters to deceive. Of course, in terms of a chart pattern, I think it's now, given some sort of breakout. And of course, it's been consolidating, I think, for the last few months. So from that angle, Yes, I think we could see some upside. But so if I would really take a near-term target, I think it could be heading to levels of 77, and so at least from that aspect, yeah, another 8 to 10% upside is still there.
Right. Ruchit, Jain Irrigation, any view?
I think there would be positive momentum from short-term trading perspective. Although if I see the positionally charts from last 2 or 3 years, the stock has not done has not been forming any sort of higher top, high bottom. But the short-term momentum is positive, and the trend following indicators are indicating an up move up to 78, 79 levels, which were the previous highs during January 2016. So I think just for a momentum play, one can go long on this stock for a target order of around 76, 77, and on long position, one should maintain stop loss below 65 rupees.
Subra, any sort of view as far as some of the names that have underperformed is concerned? So we've spoken about the pharma pack, we've probably spoken about what has been underperforming, but you mentioned PSU banks earlier very briefly. How would you look at the PSU banking space now? It's totally underowned, numbers are not looking great, people are not positive. From a long-term perspective, a basket of PSU banks would do much better?
Well, as I had mentioned earlier, we just had 3 banks in our radar: SBI, Union Bank, and Bank of Baroda. But in the derivative segment, now there are some interesting pointers, and some of them are even technically showing some decent bounce. I mean, just to throw a few names, like some Dena Bank, something like a Vijaya Bank, and even something like a Bank of India, which is consistently seeing some sort of short covering. So my sense is that the market is probably anticipating some better times for these beaten down counters, and probably in terms betting on some of the maybe the June quarter results. So I think some serious buying is taking place in those counters. From that angle, I think one could do some sort of an accumulation. So from that aspect, I think Bank of India stands out. I think one could see some decent upside. We also had some positive announcement coming about in terms of a stake sale and in their one of the subsidiaries.
Could merger be a play in names like Dena Bank, Allahabad Bank? Is that what you're seeing in the charts? A big corporate event could also come in?
Well, I know I don't want to get into that merger aspect, because we have heard this merger news coming about in the past, but never really translated to action.
We have seen the change happening in SBI Associates now. I mean, that's happening. So, I mean, even others could happen.
In fact,
but I know what you're saying, that we've really waited long for this sort of action.
Yeah, because I remember, I think 3-4 years back, there was talk about Bank of India and Union Bank, but it never really happened. So it sometimes this sort of speculation leads to some sort of a spike. So probably one can avoid it, because in any case they are little nervous counters. So probably one could do without this sort of news. I mean, in some sort of speculation. But in terms of a near-term trade, I think these counters offer some upside coming about, and particularly the ones in the F&O space, like I mentioned, something like an Allahabad Bank, a counter which normally you don't see this sort of a spike. We have seen a spike coming about. So market is anticipation something. So my sense is that we could see some positive action going about in many of these PSU beaten down counters.
Right, Subramaniam, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Hope to see you again quite soon. Ruchit is still with us. Ruchit, any view on names like PNB? Probably the names which people just want to short because they've done very well. It's almost up from 70 to about 100 rupees.
Yeah, Pankaj, although they have run up significantly, but the thing is that the momentum is still on the positive side, and I won't advise going and creating any short positions at current level. What we have seen in PSU banks in last few months, that this is the first instance when there is a formation of higher top, higher bottom on the weekly charts. So that's a positive sign that the broader trend, which was down of 1.5 year, that is now changed, and then the trend has changed to up now. So I think one should clearly wait for some sort of declines. If you observe the charts of SBI, Union Bank, then I think these two stocks look definitely good from trading from a positional perspective. From near-term perspective, SBI is trading around its resistance area 220, 222 zone is a clear resistance, whereas there is formation of some bearish harmonic pattern as well as resistance on the weekly charts. So I would wait for some sort of dips to take place to accumulate the PSU banks now, rather than going short at current levels. And on any dips, SBI, Bank of Baroda and Union Bank are the 3 stocks which have formed a strong base at lower levels, and hence these 3 stocks should be bought on every dips.
How would you look at L&T after the results? It's very, very stable at 1500, even though the markets have done very well.
I think there's still more upside left in this stock. We have seen that after the gap up opening on the day of the result, the stock has consolidated sideways, and this has led to formation of a flag pattern, which is a consolidation pattern on the daily charts. So I think once this consolidation is taken out, the stock should again resume its upside momentum. The immediate target for the stock is seen somewhere around 1540, 1545, which is 61.8% retracement of the entire previous fall. So one should definitely remain on the long side in this stock. The short-term targets is seen around 1540, 1545.
ITC, how would you view at 360? Again, one of the names from Feb lows have done particularly quite well.
Yes, even this stock definitely has done well in recent times, and we have seen the formation of higher top, higher bottom on the weekly charts. The only hurdle for the stock is coming around 365 levels, where recently the stock has resisted before when it was in an uptrend. So I think if 365 is crossed, maybe near term, then one can look at it for target around 380, 385. No bearish signs as of now, but definitely buying should be done above 365 from short-term perspective.
Right, Ruchit, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Hope you have a great day going ahead. We've closed the markets. We've adjusted for the closing as well. 65 points higher for the Nifty.